Hello there guys, Teacher Krishna here, and welcome to our first class for the biology subject. Just like you know, this is a class that is part of the high school in 9th BYS, and we are working on week number 1. Let's start with our presentation, and let's start with our ending mind and our title. So today we're going to learn about cells. That's very important. Here you have it. We're going to learn about cells, and the ending mind for today is the following. Associate the microscopic structure that have been found throughout the history to the main structural composition of living things and the biology subject. So, and make sure to take a picture, a screenshot, or something from this part because you're going to use this information later on. And let me check. Here you have the summary of the activities that you need to complete today. So first of all, you need to access the online platform. There you have the link. And I'm going to make sure to give you this link so you can access the online platform, and of course you can have the necessary materials for today. Once you are logged in the platform, please make sure to open your online book and go to page number 1. And you have to go to page number 1 and then read until page number 3. Then what happens after you have finished reading all of these pages? Then you need to make a timeline with the most relevant events through history about the discoveries made by using microscopes. So you read and then you synthesize everything into a timeline in your notebook. And then you have to participate in a live discussion that we are going to have during our session in Zoom. So make sure not to miss our first online live session today, okay? So let's continue, and let me give you some additional information about the format that you need to include in your notebook. This is something very important. So for the notebook, you need to include the date, you need to include the ending mind, you need to include a title, and then, of course, you need to include the rest of information, which in this case is not a summary, but it's going to be a timeline of the main events that have happened in the pages that you have to read, right? Another thing that you need to take into consideration is that we continue using the usual format that we used to use last year. So capitalized letters have to be written down with red. Also, titles and subtitles must be written down with red and blue. And the rest of the text must be written down with red and black. Okay, so you can take it into consideration for this first activity. Here you have an example of what your timeline should look like. You need to include the date or the year in which something relevant happened. You can also include some additional pictures and information in order to explain a little bit more what happened in that specific date. And you are going to use the information that you have in your notebook during the live session. So make sure to finish it during this first hour. And that's pretty much what you have to do today. So make sure to go back to the section where you have the summary of activities to actually get to know everything you have to do today. And I will meet you in a couple of minutes in the live session. Okay, so goodbye. See you around.